My 60-year-old dad is giving away all his money to a 21-year-old he met while driving Uber. Help me. This is Reddit Relationships. Let's get started. My dad, 60 male, met a 21-year-old while driving for Uber, and now I'm watching what looks like to be a slow-motion train wreck. She told him she was homeless, so he started paying for her hotel, got her a job, bought her a car, and in total has given her around $20,000 in 2 months. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is my daddy and what does he do?
The worst part, he doesn't have that kind of money. He's borrowed some from me under false pretenses, which I now know went straight to her, and his credit score is in the 300s. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is actually really sad. So credit scores, like 800, awesome. Life becomes a lot harder when you have a credit score that low.
And if your credit score is that low, it means that you've had a lot of other issues in regards to credit. Maybe it is loans you weren't able to pay back, something of that sort. So this is really sad. So father has already been struggling financially, and then this 21-year-old is making it a lot worse.
But I just want to rewind a little bit and say, he got her a job, which is awesome. That was one positive thing that came out of that. I think that's noteworthy. Because you can't be a gold digger if you work, right?
I'm a gold digger.
People have tried to warn him. Her friend called him saying she's still with her ex and using him. Her ex's mom said the same thing. Every time she tells my dad, they're just jealous or dislike her. It's beyond surreal. He looks like Danny DeVito.
Listen, you little wiseacre.
Has nothing in savings, and yet thinks this 21-year-old is with him for love. No, I don't think anyone else sees the situation the way the dad does. A love scam, except it's someone you saw in real life. So maybe it's even more realistic. If not by literal definition of scam, it's definitely shady. They've known each other for 2 months and he already tattooed her name on him? Your sympathy can only run so deep. I'm not a violent person, but
Sense is something that could be transmitted to someone through impact. And maybe that impact is having a harsh conversation.
maybe. He's even had the police recover the car he bought her several times, until the last time when she got him to sign it over to her officially.
Somehow he's hemorrhaged $20,000 since meeting her. I don't know how to make him see it. I'm torn between trying to intervene or stepping back until he crashes and then helping pick up the pieces. But it's getting worse fast.
This is probably something that's happened in some other form in the past. I don't think this is his first time being conned.
I don't know if the commenters are going to be compassionate or rude. Let's find out.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Don't give him your money, but on some level, the attention this woman is giving him is worth the money to him. $20,000 in 2 months. That's a full-time job and a good job. One that you need a lot of education and experience. And I just don't think she's qualified to give that sort of love. Sorry. You can't make an adult make the right choices. I'm sure somewhere in there he knows he's being taken for a ride, but is going along with it anyway, assuming that he doesn't have any mental problems like dementia. Your father wants to be needed, a hero. It's a combination of loneliness and empty nest syndrome. Time to call Adult Protective Services on your father. He may have mental decline. Other than that, just stay out of the way and never loan him money again. The OP responded. He already gets 100% military disability for mental health. But with the amount of people saying early dementia, I'm starting to think I should at least mention it to the VA and him. That's serious, that's sad, and I wish you luck. He works from home, so I can't live in my own home during the day. My 32 female partner, 36 male, together for 8 years, living together for 7, engaged for 2.
I think this is a math problem.
Works from home and has his office set up in the living room. The issue is he gets mad at any noise while he's working. Not just loud stuff, but even normal day-to-day noises. If I'm making lunch, opening a cabinet, walking through whatever, he says it's distracting or rude. The result is that on my weekday off or the days I work remotely, I basically end up quarantined to the bedroom and bathroom all day just so I don't upset him. Meanwhile, when I'm in a meeting, I take mine in the bedroom with the door closed. He feels free to come in and do stuff around me, even when I politely ask him not to because it's distracting and a confidentiality issue. Man, did I write this in 2021 during the pandemic when I was working from home in a one-bedroom apartment? No, because I'm not that old or that married. My situation was that I was living in a one-bedroom with a partner, and we amicably decided that he would have the living room as his office and I would have the bedroom. There were pros and cons with each room, but this worked for us. No issues there. But even though that there were no issues, it was just naturally frustrating when he's in a meeting and then I want to use the kitchen and there's just so many kitchen noises that are distracting. And he wasn't militant about the noise. And I can't imagine if he had been, because I think it's uncomfortable enough when someone's nice. I can't imagine being in the situation with a husband who is cantankerous. I'm starting to feel like there's a double standard here. I have to tiptoe around the whole house when he's working, but he doesn't respect my space when I'm working. It honestly feels suffocating and unfair. There is a double standard because he doesn't respect you. How do I even begin to talk to him about this? I want to respect his work, but I also need to be able to live in my own home without feeling like a prisoner. I think sometimes people have a hard time understanding, and this is a basic concept that we learn as we mature, that other people are just as complex and sensitive and care about things just as much as we do. We just don't see it because we only understand our brains, and sometimes we forget other people have brains as well. And that sounds rude, and I'm saying it like that because let's go to the comments. OP really needs to grow a spine and, if needed, have it out with him. It's a home first, not a place of business. He either needs to learn to put up with the noise from OP living in her own private space, or if he can't handle the noise either, find a different space to work from home in the house, or book a room at a nearby library or similar and work from there. Exactly. My husband works remotely. The house we bought happened to have 2 walk-in closets, so we converted one into an office. Realistically, this shouldn't need more than a conversation where you say the things you have in your post. It's normal to want to be able to move around in your house and make lunch and stuff on your day off. He can take meetings in the bedroom with the door closed like you do if needed.
Or maybe this is a good reason to talk about getting a 2-bedroom place. Those are really expensive. Or finding some other compromise, like him renting some office space. I love the closet suggestion, or just taking a meeting in a different room suggestion. And I think those are creative solutions because realistically, moving to a 2-bedroom place, that's a lot more money. Maybe it is worth it in the long run, but that's a lot more money. And so is renting an office space.
Tell him about the double standard and how it is unfair. If he's a good partner, he should be receptive to these sorts of conversations and be looking to find a way that you can both be happy with the situation. If he is not receptive to something this basic, that would give me pause about a lifelong commitment. I 100% agree with this. And I go back and forth with this mindset where things should be easy in a relationship. But I don't think we should
end a relationship for small things. We should be able to exercise our let's compromise, negotiate, work things out sort of mindset. It's a skill and it strengthens relationships. But if you really can't get past something this small, it could be a sign that you're just not compatible, or at least you don't have the maturity to resolve these basic issues.
If you can't have a conversation about something that is clearly unfair and a major issue, you shouldn't get married. He's being an a-hole. If he needs no noise or no interruptions, he should be the one using the bedroom as the office. Agreed. Who else has had experiences working from home with a significant other or roommates, maybe even during the pandemic, or going to school online? How did you deal with this? I feel like this is becoming a more common experience. Let me know in the comments.
My husband has been emotionally cheating on me.
My 30 female, husband 30 male have been together for over 8 years. We have a life, a home, and dogs. We were planning kids. I thought we were happy. A couple of weeks ago, we had a conversation where I told him I was uncomfortable with the way he spoke about one particular colleague and how much time they seemingly spent one-on-one together. He had mentioned that he found her attractive, but assured me that it was just normal workplace banter and that they were just good friends. I trusted him and let it go. My thoughts on this. You don't volunteer to your husband, wife, spouse, whomever, that you find someone attractive.
I just found this coworker. She's attractive, by the way, but we're just friends. Don't worry.
Fast forward to Friday, he tells me he isn't sure he loves me, if he ever wanted to get married, or if he was just pressured into it by family, if he only got with me because I was broken and he wanted to be the one to fix me, how we have nothing in common. This is BS. We have very similar tastes in most things. He tells me he doesn't know who he is and needs time to figure it out. He thinks the last 8 years might have been a lie and that he might love his colleague. Oh, 8 years and they're 30? Those are all of your 20s, all of your precious years.
It's not his fault he's been married for 8 years. He was just a victim here. It's your fault. You're the one who wanted to get married. It was his family's fault. He can't help himself. I can't.
The thing is, he is a participant in the marriage, but he's painting this as if he's the victim. I truly feel that you can't control the way you feel. So I get having feelings for someone else who isn't your spouse. I get that it happens. It doesn't make you evil. It's how you handle it, which can make you evil. Cue an awful weekend of me giving him space within our home and trying to respect his needs. I couldn't eat or sleep. He went to work as usual on Monday, and I made sure to be out when he returned in the evening to see if coming home to an empty house would matter to him. It did, and he realized how much he cared for me and wanted to work on it with me. We had a long conversation and ended up having makeup relations, cuddling, working on a jigsaw for the rest of the night. He implied that it was worse than I thought, so I asked to see the messages for full disclosure. She's being dragged around now, and I think she knows. I think if you're someone who's writing a Reddit post like this, you already know and secretly hope someone's going to convince you to say, no, you're right, don't worry. But I think she knows, so let's keep reading. Eventually, I see the messages, and it was far worse than he let on. They had been texting each other how much they want to F and going so far as to make plans for where this is going to happen.
Idiot.
This isn't even emotional cheating. This is pre-cheating.
I'm trying to cheat. If you would just stop asking questions and let me.
I had a meltdown and told him that he has betrayed me and broken my heart. He implied that it was my fault for not being intimate enough with him and not making him feel special. I tell him that he never communicated this to me, that we could have made an effort if it was making him that unhappy. You understand yourself a lot about what you want in a relationship through the process of dating and breaking up and looking for different partners. However, if that's not the case and you feel like you can't get out of it because maybe divorce doesn't feel like an option for you, then maybe you're just
Suppressing these feelings, and then you turn 30 and then you pre-cheat on your wife and tell her that it's her fault. I think that's how we got here.
He agrees to see a couples therapist. Nope, it's far too late for that. It's now Tuesday morning and he's gone to work. I'm at home, emotionally numb, and have no idea what to do next. I found somewhere to stay tonight, but what do I do? How should I feel? I'm just going to go to the comments. The moment he tried to blame you for not being intimate and not making him feel special enough, it shows he thinks he's justified in some way for doing what he did and isn't taking full accountability for his actions. Also, it sets a
You'd better make sure you put out as much as I want you to going forward, or I'll cheat on you again.
precedent moving forward. Trying to reconcile under those conditions would be horrible.
Sis, have more respect for yourself. Don't stay with someone who would say or do any of this. Don't beg for respect. 76 upvotes.
I'd like to point out that you are doing all the work in trying to save this relationship from his cheating. You even spared him the discomfort for dumping her. You took his phone and did it for him. What actions is he taking on his own for his betrayal? Let him go and go find someone who deserves you. Good life lesson. I don't care how old you are. You deserve respect. Everyone deserves respect. You also have to give respect. Let's go on to the next one. My girlfriend is uncomfortable. My girlfriend is uncomfortable with me seeing female friends. How do I manage this? Girlfriend 27, female, uncomfortable with me 25 male seeing female friends. So I started a new job on a cruise ship, traveling to new cities every day. I usually get 2 to 3 hours to explore the city between my shifts. Wow! I love travel so much. That's the life I wanted when I was like 23 and lonely. My girlfriend supports me doing this, but obviously misses me, and I miss her a lot. I made friends with lots of different kinds of people on board, and most days I go explore the city with someone I know. The problem is that sometimes I go with a girl or a woman that I'm friends with. We might go for a walk, get a drink, go to an aquarium when it's free for crew members. I, just from limited context, can see both sides of the story because everything you listed there sounds like a beautiful way to spend the day, but also it's like it could be a romantic date. When it's with a male friend, she's happy for me, but with a female friend, she thinks it's too intimate and is too close to a date with them. I think it's valid to have those fears early on in a relationship when you're still understanding the person, or if you have reasons to worry, or if you're super insecure. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. For me, it's just spending time with friends, albeit new ones. They all know I am in a committed relationship, and I am purely there for platonic friendship. Flirting does not occur, and if it did, I would feel uncomfortable and stop hanging out with them. She knows this. She doesn't doubt my behavior. She just wants to be the only girl I do nice things with. He's trying to make it clear to his colleagues that he respects her, he respects the relationship. He's not hiding anything. It doesn't sound like he's doing anything shady, so I applaud that. We have talked about it, and I have said I think it is too much to ask me to stop this. Before this, we have never had a single fight in our roughly 6 months together. Everything has felt perfect and our values aligned consistently. These people are young. No, they're like in their mid to late 20s. Oh, that's...
Everything has been going smoothly in our 6 months together.
Man, I'm being a little bit of an a-hole, but there's a new concept called a honeymoon period where things generally go smoothly at the beginning of a relationship. So this sounds like it is the first conflict in your relationship, which is fine. And it was going to happen for some reason or the other. And it's really about how do you manage this and can you get past this? Because if your job is on a cruise ship, this isn't going away. So this is the make it or break it in your relationship, really. You introduce her to your female friends. You're open about what you do with them. If you can't get past it, get past her. On Reddit, it can be so easy to say, oh, something's wrong. Get rid of them.
Throw them out.
The OP is saying that this is their first conflict and they care a lot about each other. And I don't like this mentality of, hey, something's off, cut them out. I think that's why we have this loneliness epidemic. I think it's because we've just grown less tolerant of people because
we're so used to instant gratification, whether it be social media or swiping on an app. And it's just so much easier to collect likes and matches rather than work through the hard time when you find people. And
I don't know why everyone's treating this topic with kid gloves. Wanting you to not spend time with the opposite gender is controlling. End of story. Her discomfort with your female friendships isn't something you should have to manage. It's her insecurity to work through. You're being transparent and reasonable. Don't isolate yourself from friends to appease jealousy. Have one clear conversation. You value her, but won't give up platonic friendships. She needs to decide if she can handle dating someone with a normal social life.
great take. Be mature like Matthew. Be mature like Matthew.
This is the problem with modern relationships. We all want exclusivity, but we can't be controlling heads about it. How do we resolve this conundrum? Let me know in the comments what you think about these relationships, if you have any advice to our OPs, and what you would like to see next on this channel. I would love it so much if you could like and comment. I love making these videos and want to make them better for you. So if you have ideas about different Reddit rabbit holes that you'd like to go down, let me know. I am open-minded. And as always, thanks for joining.